Dasher, our great mate here on Highlands FM, is getting ready to let rip here with the opening bounce of this one from the umpires fraternity as the Sharks are kicking it to the right of it, which is with the breeze, and we'll see a ball up in the opening stages here of this one. Of course, here at the Encounter Reserve, you've got Gav, you'll have Dougie shortly. You've got Yendi, you've got young Kenny here in the studios. Jess is taking photos around the grounds, capturing the excitement of the day as the ball goes inside the forward underneath for the Burrows. Out towards Sims, the man in question from before. Just got his kick away there was, I think, Wilson in front of the scoreboard now. Plenty of players around this contest. Rupo still in the field of play. Up and under kick, spiked out there towards the boundary line. We'll see a throw in. Of course, we've got some other great umpires there, Gav.
Yeah, the umpires today, we've got Dan Wardley, Jason Mousley and Dash Shahan. The boundary, Keelan Fisher, Josh Blaine, Britt Giles and Cameron Black, and the goals are David Hilly and John Buttigieg. The Riddell Umpires Association president behind the goals had a magnificent season as the ball comes out towards the commentary wing. Good pick up there. That's from Egan, Ash Egan, up towards the middle of the wing, and it's taken there by Williams there by the Burrows. He's a danger across half-back for Rupo today. If he can find the footy like he did in the second half last week, he's going to set him up pretty well, although that's a bit of a sloppy kick from Jace.
They still have time to recover, and Williams tries to break the lines, just squeezed his handball out to a teammate coming through. It's picked up there by Pac Jackson. Back to Dylan Hallen, 1-2 there with Clark. Kick across the outer side, and he's got a teammate there in Sluggett, who picks it up and handballs now to Gleeson. Up towards half forward, finds Sims on the lead. And they're quick to get the ball going quickly as Stuart Clark on the outer side squeezes out a handball back out to Sims, who puts the ball up towards half forward. Rupertswood through Bishop, a big thumping kick up towards Brennan, who fell from behind there against Johnny Ryan. Gathered here by the Burrows through Williams again, Gavin. He's off to a good start.
Yeah, and a great kick out to half forward, finds his coach Sean Sims, who swings inside forward 50 to the leading Wilson. Ball spoiled and spills out, and a big kick from Rupertswood to centre wing, and Brad Sluggett just sitting under the football takes the relieving mark on centre wing for the Burrows.
We're joined here by Douglas McIver's had a big day in the community, mate.
Yes, good afternoon, and couldn't get with you earlier, but I've learnt a lot about Plimpton and getting over here to Rockbank, and great to be with you. Good afternoon, listeners.
We're excited that you're here, mate. We'll update with all the other scores as well as any other new listeners coming through. As yep, thank you, Jess. As the
Williams comes through again and gets a handball out, cleared out there by Rupertswood through Dave Morris, who swings out wide towards Lee Brennan on the wing in a foot race with Johnny Ryan. Brennan overruns the ball. Ryan picks it up, feeds the handball to Evans, but it misses. Swallow comes through hard, picks the football up and gets it on the boot, going forward towards Brennan, peeling off from Jason Ryan, and he takes a mark, going back with the flight of the ball and settles at half forward for Rupertswood.
Inside the forward line, Jordan will fly from behind, but Clark comes through with a gutsy mark.
Outstanding grab by Lenny Clark. He's started very, very well. He's going to be a tough one out there today for Rupertswood to counter.
The wind a bit across the ground, but southerly end is favoured a bit more.
Yeah, a little bit towards the southern end of the ground.
Into the social rooms end, big hit there on Dave Morris, and a free kicks.
No, it's a 50-metre penalty back from the Dylan Hannon mark out on the wing.
So, of course, they can't call play on. It's technically now it's time off until the umpire says so. There we go. It's back on there. As you can see, the raise of the hand. The ball goes up towards half forward, and Noel McGovern took the mark. A floating kick up towards Morris here on the commentary wing. Neither side able to score. 4 minutes gone. First term Highlands FM football. 88.1 FM at the ground as Bishop swings around. Opted to go to, thought about Swallow. Decided to put it up towards Dan Jordan. And we'll see Banders thrown 51 metres out from goal. Contact was alright afterwards there. Douglas.
Well, how the first results gone in the under 18.5s? What happened there with Kilmore and
Broadford got up by 8 goals.
8 goals, did they?
Jake Hall kicked, I think 5, wasn't it there, Gav?
Yeah, that's right.
He was on fire.
Tommy Evans taken high in the contest, gets a free kick in the stoppage.
In the reserves.
Yes, I heard you on the commentary. I was listening to you on the way. Well done, fellas, and a good win to Sunday Kangaroos.
Yeah, 13 goals. Who would have thought of that? Not us, that's for sure. As Wilson pumps the ball forward line there for Diggers. Almost a mark taken there by Breen. 20 metres out from goal now, approaching the forward pocket, and Noel McGovern takes it out of bounds.
And while we've got to break, any reports about the netball? Any netball results for the girls?
We had Melton Central's won the C grade game by 2 goals, and the B grade game was.
We'll catch up with that. Back to Chris.
Macedon won the under-18s by 12 goals over Lancefield, 31-19. As Williams breaks the lines and sends the ball into the forward line. Almost a mark taken there by the Burrows coming through. Out towards the forward pocket, and Gaunt sees it out of bounds. Bandry throwing 25 out from goal. We have
in the B grade. It was. Romsey 28 defeated Riddell 23, and at half time it was Rupertswood 23 leading Romsey 21 of the A grade.
Good, thanks very much, Gavin.
Rucks go up, Sharks bring it to ground, ball inside the Burrows forward line, kicks through it around the body there, pack forms, 40 metres out from goal, Smells taken out of the contest. Good work there by Stewie Clark, switches across the outer side, it's a leg race, almost hit there on Pottlezak, and he sees it out of bounds in the opposite pocket.
Yes, that's the offensive flank over the other side. On this side, it's the defensive flank.
Around the grounds in the AFL, West Coast 98-62, Gold Coast 96-60 half-time over there by 2 points. Rucks go up, Brady wins it down there for the Sharks, and Pottlezak sees it out of bounds there, Gav.
Yeah, good attack by Pottlezak there on that last contest. Good switch of play across from Stuart Clark, but Pottlezak attacking the ball while his Diggers opponent sort of waited for it and made sure the pressure was on and pushed the ball out of bounds.
Bandry throw in here, Brady wins it down again there for the Sharks. Ball in front of the scoreboard now to left of he dialed for the, that's where the Burrows are kicking, socket off the ground, it'll go straight down Tom Gleeson out towards Craig Harvey. He'll send the ball long, he's looking for the goals, unfortunately. He kicks a minus score at the 7-minute mark here of this first term.
And good news about the Rupertswood under-18 players, I heard along the way, and other listeners who were across that, good news. He's still got an injury, but not a broken leg.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Jaden Bailey, which is very good news.
Yes.
Give it looked a lot worse than what it was in the under-18s yesterday. As the ball comes out towards the commentary ring, it's gathered here by Stewie Clark, puts the ball up towards the corridor now, and a mark there by Gleeson.
Diggers controlling the contest so far early. Rupertswood really struggling to get any flow.
Up towards centre half forward, Wilson, he takes the mark and marks strongly as he will go back to have a shot at goal. And just a quick around the grounds in the Bendigo Football Netball League, full time in the reserves, the elimination final, Gisborne 7-13-55, defeated Strathfield Says 7-11-53 after trailing virtually all day by 2 points there, Gisborne.
And a good solid win. And I hope people have got their sun cream on today and their hats, Gavin.
That sun's nice and bright, isn't it?
Yes, and got wind as well.
They fried. It's been we've had the sun all day. As Wilson set to have a shot at goal. He's going to be the big one here, Gav.
Gav. Very good player, Gav. This player, for those that don't know very much about Diggers Rest.
Oh, he sprayed it.
I've just said something. He sprayed it over the pocket.
He's put it straight across the face and out the ball. But no, he's been very good for Diggers since joining midway through the year, and strong mark and a really good kick of the football. Apart from that one there, he's a good target for the Burrows up there.
Yes.
Noel McGovern in the back pocket here for the Sharks. They've yet to kick a score with the Breeze. We've ticked on 8 gone first term Highlands FM footy. And that's out of bounds on the full free kick.
Good to hear that Ken Helmore is up in the studio. Excellent work. Thanks, Ken.
He's pumped. Absolutely pumped as the ball heads inside the forward line. Almost sucking off the ground there from Jackson. Hannon working there at ground level. For 15 metres out from goal, Brandon Kilty involved in that passage of play, taken through for a rush behind. So, for Kyneton fans in elimination final in I think it was in B Reserve, South Bendigo 48 defeated Kyneton 27. So
yep, right. And what we'll be waiting on with Kyneton in the netball is how they go in the A grade, because they've been readmitted, of course, into A grade as they have in the first 18 of the Bendigo Football Netball League.
Yeah, that's right, mate. We'll have those scores going very, very shortly as the Sharks try to move the ball across the outer side. Bishop. Oh, it's a big turnover.
It was a loose hand pass, Gavin, wasn't it?
Yeah, it certainly was, and it's cut off again by Diggers Rest. Another turnover. Stewie Clark in a bit of trouble, but gets his handball out. Good tackling pressure here by the Sharks on half back. and we'll see a bounce as Dash comes in to ball it up. But tackling pressure's really good at the moment for both sides. I mean, we're nearly 10 minutes into the quarter and we've had 2 behinds to Diggers Rest. I'm not sure that the wind's favouring either end at the moment. It might be just going straight across the ground because it seems that both sides are moving the ball pretty well. Diggers having control of the first 10 minutes though.
Yes, and of course they will have to take account of the wind, as Gavin says. It's coming across the ground and probably more to the pocket or the half forward flank for those who go by those turns rather than direct wing.
Yeah, right towards us. The free kick's been awarded to the Bows on half back. Quick around the grounds around the courts, I should say, in the Bendigo Football Netball League in the qualifying final. Gisborne 20 lead Kyneton 15. 10 minutes gone, second term over there. So big game between two colder rivalries.
Indeed.
Probably a little bit too much focus on Dan Jordan at the moment for Rupo. Matty Crowell's started the quarter very, very well on him. He's beaten him in 3 straight contests now. As the ball goes up to centre wing, Dylan Hannon switches towards the middle of the ground. Noel McGovern drops one he should have taken. Cole Laurie with a burst of speed breaks away. Handballs to Johnny Ryan on the run. Tommy Evans comes through. A lot of fumbling again early in this one. Evans shovels it out. Shane Bishop shovels a handball out to Noel McGovern. Gets one over the top here, and Rupertswood might be away. But Jason Williams, who started this game on fire, takes the ball away from his Rupertswood opponent, drives inside forward 50, but turns it over to Mitch Gaunt from Rupertswood.
On the outer side now, is a little bit happening off the ball there with Hannon and Gay, as Johnny Corso continues to work hard. Gathered there by Smales, out towards Sean Sims, and there he's dominated so far, Sims. He's had a lot of appeal so far. Gleeson across half back, gathers there for Diggers Rest on the far side. Does a dribbling kick up to a teammate who gives a little bit of the Donagi and brings the ball up towards half forward. Gaunt was the man in front there, but he couldn't quite gather it. It's gathered there though by Swallow. Has time to steady here for the Sharks. A worm-burning pass. He finds his man Dougie. I think it's Smearton.
He certainly did. Only a few centimetres above grass level.
Smearton up towards half forward now. Good courage going back with a fly to the ball. And was that Gleeson again?
Yeah, Tommy Gleeson again. Just getting in the way for the Boroughs at the moment.
Yes, Ruperts have got to find their way forward, haven't they? Get past that half forward line, Gavin.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just about lowering the eyes. At the moment, they're just bombing, trying to get Jordan and Brennan one out. But at the moment, they're just turning the footy over as Heritage gets the ball on the far wing. Chips along this commentary side of the ground to Tommy Evans, who takes on Noel McGovern and gets a left foot kick inside forward 50. Wilson in a one-on-one contest, but Darren McGovern cleans it up and handballs over the top to his brother Niall. Niall under pressure, but gets a handball off to Swallow. Swallow under pressure, well tackled by Wilson. Laurie gets tackled back by Swallow, and they all pounce on the ball, and we'll have a bounce. About 40 out from the Diggers' goal commentary side of the ground.
Yes, Brent Swallow's been around the packs quite a lot in these early stages of the game, Gavin.
Getting a bit of the footy, yes. And he probably used it better than most of his Rupo teammates at the moment.
Approaching the 13-minute mark, first term, only 2 points kicked, and that's to the into the wind, the left of his dial, as Paddy Jackson is absolutely crunched. And we'll see a ball up there at half forward, Diggers Rest attacking zone.
And with the dry weather, the windy weather that the fellas have been having, even at training, and the grounds are pretty firm, so the ball's bouncing a fair bit, as one would expect with drier grounds.
Yep, as McGovern takes the ball over the boundary line, and we'll have another throw in.
Outside the wind, it is a great day here, and the Rockbank Football Netball Club know how to host a final here, guys. It's been terrific. I know, Dougie, you've only just sort of not long got here, but when you do get a chance, have a walk around, feel the crowd.
Yes, it's great coming in here and getting to Rockbank, no doubt about that. Yes, I was at a meeting until 1 o'clock, so I had to quickly get over to here as best I could.
You're a very good community-minded man here. Douglas has smeared and handballs over the top, but it's taken there by Ryan at Diggers Rest on half-back, attacking commentary side. Good work there from the captain, up towards between wing and half-forward. It's gathered there by Noel McGovern. Handballs in board to a teammate, he breaks the lines. Kick up towards half-forward, he's looking for Dan Jordan. There's Williams, he sits right in front, he's almost ridden to the ground, just squeezed out a handball to Gleeson, back out to Slugger, out to Heritage, and they're away, Gav.
Yeah, kick out to far wing, picked up by Tommy Evans on the left boot. Beautiful kick down the half-forward line. Luke Smales out in front of Mitch Gaunt, takes the mark, switches onto the right, just pops it in front of Wilson. Beautiful kick, and this is the problem Diggers had against Rupo at home a couple of weeks ago. They didn't give their forwards any opportunity by putting the ball in front and allowing them to run onto it. Today, a couple of times already, we've seen Wilson being able to isolate one-on-one, ball out in front, and nice strong hands.
Yeah, and just to comment, Chris and Gavin, good to see Jeff Heritage getting his hands on the ball. Had a quiet game the last one except for the last quarter. Good to see getting the hands on the ball. Good footballer.
Cal Wilson, long way out from goal. Swirling breeze, you can hear through your mic, through the speakers, and it misses the lot. Out of bounds on the full. Now, if Diggers Rest get up today, it'll be the second year in it. Well, actually, they'll face off in the grand final replay for a spot in the grand final. So there we go. That'll make things quite interesting.
That's right. Yes, 2 consecutive years of being in the grand final.
That's right. So a lot on the line as the ball comes up towards between wing and half forward. Clark was of the Lenny variety. Was the only one to fly in that one. And some beautiful work there, Lenny Clark.
Dominating the contest so far, Lenny Clark.
Well, we did talk about big man having trouble in these conditions. It's to the contrary, though. Garth Boyd and Luke Walker did tear it up in the reserves. He pushed the ball forward. Came off hands there from a couple of Sharks. Pushed it out towards the boundary line. Luke Smales goes for a kick. It's knocked out of bounds. And we'll see a throw in. And we've ticked on 15 minutes first term. Only 2 behinds in this one.
And Rupertswood won't mind locking it up in that defensive pocket and bringing it around, but they've got to get it into the corridor as quickly as they can if they're going to be getting forward.
Chance here for the Boroughs. It's been in their forward line for much of the game so far. It's thrown out there by by Craig Harvey, and great work there by Jason Mousley, the other umpire, in the middle of the ground. He saw that one. So as Mox did say, Gav, yeah, it's better that they all pay free kicks so they can get them all right.
And good defensive work. One arm pinned quite fairly, the other arm free with the ball, and just literally could not be but a throw.
Free kick too high, play on advantage, although it might come back. Umpire Jason Mousley, or was it going down the field? It's going back to the contest. I thought Mouse let that go, play on advantage, but Sharks will still have the ball across the outer side. Man in front there, I think Smearden, who's done all right here, Gav.
That was better ball use from Rupo. Low, put it in front, give the forwards an opportunity to run onto it, although Smearden's a long way up the field at half-back. Beautiful kick out wide to the wing, finds Morris. Centre wing for Rupertswood. Need to use this ball better going forward. They've struggled with this one, and they get the spoil in there again. Jason Williams spoils the ball, ends up with it in his hands as well, gives it off to Stu Clark. Round the corner, high ball. Gleeson will fly. Ball will come to ground. Durham McGovern gets the front and centre, gets a high tackle, attacking the football. Well done there from the Rupertswood defender.
2 behind, Diggers Rest. Rupertswood yet to score. 17 gone first term. Highlands FM footy. You got Gav, you've got Dougie, you've got Yenny, you've got Kenny in the studio.
That was not good disposal. He wasn't patient enough, and as a result he's just transferred the ball over to his opponent.
Well, to Heritage, Dougie, as you said, he's had a great game so far.
And well played, Diggers. Good football there, Gavin.
Yeah, much better build up here. Diggers have done this well so far. As Mick
well done.
on his left,
well played.
Puts the ball into space, and Cal Wilson just runs onto it. Cal hasn't had his kicking boots on so far. I actually thought he would struggle the most out of the Diggers forwards with these conditions, but that's his 3rd mark and his 3rd shot on goal. He just needs to maybe bury one here, because we're 18 minutes in and we have not seen a goal.
Let's hope the Rupertswood coaching panel have a chat with the team, because that was a bad turnover. The player was too impatient as a result of turnover. The ball's picked up by Jeff Heritage and it's going on the field, and we've seen a goal to Wilson to Diggers Rest.
Well, that has, as Gav said, it's 18 minutes for the first goal of the game. That is to the left of your dial, or the Melton end, and that's into a reasonably strong breeze, so to speak. But we have seen goals kicked there, but the players dominated to the left all afternoon so far.
Yeah, look, Diggers have just they've used the ball better. They've created build up in their attacks. Rupertswood just breaking down badly at centre forward. Whether it's too many kicks across to that to DJ up forward, it's great. He's a fantastic target, but we want the football going deep to DJ rather than him having to lead up to centre forward and getting cut off. As we have a secondary bounce after that ball up, everyone dived in on top of Stewie Clark, and we'll see another bounce from Dash. Up we go, Lenny Clark, who's dominated the ruck so far, and he'll get a free kick here for a high tackle.
Noticed Flanagan's moved in the ruck there for the Sharks. Is that a good move?
It's probably just something different. They're going to try and tag team Lenny Clark today, so it's going to take up some work. Again, a nice ball from Lenny Clark out wide, finds Luke Smales.
Moving into space.
Kicks towards the Wilson lead. It's Poor kick in the end, but Wilson does well to recover it. McGovern lays the tackle and the ball will go out of bounds.
It's good to see kicking into the open space, allowing their forwards to come onto it.
And that's the difference between Rupertswood Diggers a few weeks ago. Diggers just bombed the ball inside forward 50. Today they're trying to hit up leads.
Quick around the courts, Gisborne 24, lead Kyneton 18 at half time in A grade qualifying final action in the Bendigo Football Netball League.
Well, listeners out there, and you've got young people with you, the adults, so it's a good opportunity to learn at every football match, but particularly when you get to a finals match, there's a lot of learning that can go on, so just don't hesitate to pass on the information to help the younger fellows learn a lot about football strategies, particularly when you've got a wind blowing against across the ground.
Well, it's Diggers Rest 128. Rupo yet to score. Gav haven't looked like it so far.
No, I haven't got past half forward. Jason Williams is the barometer back there, the sweeper who's doing all the business. The Swallow breaks away from the stoppage, kicks long towards half forward. Williams gets the spoil on again and will clear with the football again. Johnny Ryan feeds him with the ball and he hits Stewie Clark lace up. Clark plays on and kicks towards Evans. Probably had better options there, Clark. Chose the wrong one. Heritage wins the footy on the ground there.
And players around the player. There are a lot of Diggers Rest players there.
They're all in there. Wilson inside 50 onto the left foot, snaps around the body. Ball up and under. Mick Kilty comes around, gets a quick right foot snap, goes straight across the face of goal and it'll go out of bounds. And you're spot on, Dougie.
Important to have numbers around the player. That it's a one-on-one to a degree, but they've got to have players around those players who are battling for the ball to get the ball out and clear it to their advantage. Must help your teammates.
Sandhurst 2-5-17 lead Gisborne 2-1-13, 24 gone first term over there as we approach time on here in this first term here at the Ian Carroll Reserve. Breen leads his man to the ball there inside the forward pocket. Good. It's hard work there from the other Burrows. A shot at goal! Almost marked there by Sims, and was that a shot there from Brandon Kilty? I think.
Yeah, well, I think it was Brandon Kilty.
Of the Burrows. Slowly but surely keeping the scoreboard ticking away here, Dougie.
Yes, Rupertswood have got to keep it tight here. Coming out of defence, a bit of possession football, being sure about their possession football, because if there's a turnover when you're trying to play that, it can create dangers for you.
Oh, just 9 points scored in 22 minutes of football at the moment, 4 scoring shots, but the Sharks are in here. Morris, he arches his back, he'll pump the ball long. This is very dangerous here, but Gleeson had from 0 to 25 all on his own there, careless. And
first quarter.
And that's the siren here on 100.7 Highlands FM. Kenny, it is Diggers Rest 139. Rupertswood yet to score. The only goal scorer of the game so far is Callum Wilson. It's quarter time here at Ian Carroll Reserve. We'll be back right after this here on Highlands FM. You've got Gav, you've got Dougie, you've got Kenny in the studio, you've got Yenny, and you've got a big crowd here at Ian Carroll Reserve.
The ball better. Their disposal's got to get better. They've got to provide opportunities for their teammates and the forwards. It's about being ground wise. They're in a neutral territory, probably some experience lacking here. They've got to be ground wise. The forwards have got to get higher up the ground. They're far too deep.
And where Rupertswood's dirty day or dirty weekend has continued in the A grade netball, Romsey 43 have defeated Rupertswood 36 to knock another Rupertswood side out of the final series.
Oh, geez. Well, fortunately, under 18 and a half have got another crack at it this next weekend over at Lansfield Park against Broadford as the ball heads out to the left of Idol, which is where the Sharks are kicking into. And Tom Gleeson marks strongly, not of the comedian variety, but of the star football variety. Out towards Brandon Kilty, comes out towards Pat Jackson here for Diggers, slips out towards Evans, inboard to Harvey, who takes on Bishop, back to Evans, who just snuck out the back there and sent a ball like past the Breen, who's going to go bang and register the first score of the game to the right of Idol.
Yeah, well, Tommy Evans has been really dangerous across half forward. When I spoke about before the game, Sean Sims, but getting into those opportune positions, that's what he's done. And Breen's just pushed it to the right there. He shot on goal and missed to the right hand side for the first score at the bottom end. I think going out there, Doug, you'd probably see it as well. I think the wind has switched a little bit. I don't think it's favouring any end now.
Yes, that's right. It's a question of how they play the flanks and the offensive and defensive flanks. And over here on this side of the ground, it's the defensive flank to get it up or to enter from the offensive flank from the other side. That would be far better from the Western Highway side.
Well, you can hear the cheers from the crowd at the moment as Bishop was pinged at half back there for the Sharks as Pat Jackson dishes it out now towards Brandon Kilty. He's dispossessed. Sharks carry the ball towards the boundary line. And Swallows dispossessed. We'll see a boundary throw in 52.5 metres out from goal.
The Burrows are up and about here. It's ominous signs for the Sharks.
Yeah.
How many people would have thought this one today?
Yeah, look, I tipped Diggers, so I'm pretty happy with the start.
I can't remember right back, but
You always go against me here.
yeah. Except when it comes to AFL, mate, because we're of the same colours as Brandon Kilty wins a free kick going off the back, and actually I try to go against Romsey as much as I can because I hope the opposition just put up a good fight after what we saw yesterday's senior game. For those who didn't get along, Romsey, the game was over probably halfway through the second quarter against Riddell.
Yes, a very, very good performance by Romsey, and most people realise they're the favourites for this year, but any team can be beaten when they're hot favourites.
That's exactly right, mate, as Jackson takes a great mark there, Gavin, the forward pocket.
Yeah, it's just was actually a little bit of a slip off the boot from Sims, but it just fell into the lap of Paddy Jackson again. Got to take those opportunities when they come. Jackson will square it up to the top of the...
I'll tell you what,
that's coming back. It's a big effort, but a big strong mark there from Rupertswood's ruckman there in Jordan Brady. Fantastic stuff. Namesake of course of RDFL legend Stewart, as the Rupertswood play on. Brent Swallow out towards half forward, kicked up. Brennan gets the handball out, feeds it out towards Durham McGovern. McGovern gets it on the boot and goes down towards Dan Jordan, who pushes Matty Kroll under the ball, but too many numbers again for Diggers Rest, and Freeth snaps around the body but puts it on the full, and will be a Rupertswood free kick on centre wing.
Speaking of players that know this ground well, is Matty Kroll.
Yeah, Matty Kroll's played a lot of footy here as well. He'll know this ground well, and he's doing an excellent job on Dan Jordan so far.
Lee Brennan doing what the coach had asked. He was coming up the ground, but then the ball getting up there, and the other forwards, the other players need to get down on the forward line. While the forwards are coming up the ground further, they've got to get back. Other players have got to get back.
Yeah, Rupo's forward structure seriously lacking again here.
Diggers Rest 1-4-10 lead. Rupo yet to score, 3 gone. Second term Highlands FM football 88.1 FM at the ground, of course. Broadcasting all weekend, next weekend as well on Saturday as that kick goes out of bounds on the full.
Players just haven't learned. 3 games of footy in and they're still trying to kick the ball along this boundary line.
Weren't they listening to our coverage in under 18s, Gav?
Clearly not.
Oh, poor form. Get to hear it up past 9 and see the same things happening over and over again. Ball comes out in front of us here, Coventry side. Harvey takes it to ground. Clever work here by Damon Sereni. One of my favourite players here to watch at Rupo. Gets it in board to Morris. Out to Darren McGovern. Up towards half forward, and Kroll goes back with a flying mark. And looks like Tom Gleeson, a little bit worse for wear in front of us, guys, with a knock to the jaw.
Yeah, no forward structure again from Rupertswood there. Kroll getting back, easy mark, and Diggers will transition through Fogarty. Goes up towards the wing to Sluggett, who's going to run and carry the football and drive the ball long down towards half forward. Coming up to meet it was Wilson, but a good spoil again from Rupertswood. Shane Bishop gets the handball and kicks forward. Gleeson spills the mark, stays in the contest though, feeds it out. Smales feeds the ball backwards. Rupo now putting some pressure on. Jordan comes up and meets the ball, gets a handball out wide. Again, just a handball back into traffic. Dylan Hannon puts the pressure on. And the Rupertswood player is wrapped up, but will get a free kick for too high.
Up by Jason Mousley in the right position there. And for those who have been all over the ice bucket challenge, Mouse, if you've got him on Facebook, he did it in a dress. There you go. It's one of the most amusing ones I've ever seen, the umpire.
Rupertswood at least have it in the corridor now, Gavin, and the play did get up onto the offensive flank for a while.
Yeah, and they had a bit of structure there in their forward line, and Lockie Muir's going to reap the rewards with a shot on goal. With a bit of a shank there wide. Stephen Freeth gets the spoil, goes forward towards Fogarty. Handballs out to Stewie Clark, back to Fogarty. Fogarty will drive it out to the wing.
Yes.
Diggers Rest 1-4-10. Rupertswood yet to score out on the outer side. Rupo with some numbers, and they'll look to make the most of it here as the brothers combine with Niall finishing it up. That's the way you do it. Sometimes you need some work there from the McGovern brothers, and it hits up. Dan Jordan and his brother Ben will be pretty happy with that effort, keeping it a family affair.
Yes, yeah, just Rupo hit some brass there with the kick inside forward 50. Put the ball into space, and Jordan gets away from Cole and gets a shot on goal.
Kick on its way, he's just missed the far side, and Rupo, it has taken to the 6-minute mark of the second term for them to kick their first score of the day.
Yes, the players have got to do a lot of work. They realise with the wind blowing across the ground, they've got to make sure that their disposal is good. Kicking for goal, they've got to make allowances for that wind coming across the ground, and Ben was trying to do that.
Yeah, DJ just didn't quite get full purchase on it then, and again just not playing for that wind when they get the opportunity, and pushes the ball, or the wind pushes the ball across the face for a behind. But Diggers Rest still in control of this contest, but again they've kicked one goal for, so Rupo are right in it, and we all know Rupo can string quick goals together.
Of course, that was Dan Jordan. I should have referred to, not Ben.
Three letters there, mate. Easily forgiven as Crow. I've done that many times as well personally, as the Diggers Rest look to bring the ball up the corridor towards Gav's man there, Williams. Freeth along the boundary line up towards the wing. Good courage there from Jackson out towards Sims, who does a dribbling kick out towards the boundary line. A very good result, and I think we spoke about Sean Sims before the game there, Gav, about how players don't pay him much respect and probably a little bit underrated in terms of a superstar team this year. I think he's been one of the best.
Yeah, he's going to get into good positions inside that forward half, so he's a dangerous player for the Boroughs.
Kick out there from Flanagan, up and under, trying to make it rain there, as plenty of plays will go up. Back Gleeson!
Tommy Gleeson, good mark, strong mark, pack mark.
Sends the ball inside the forward 50, and Noel McGovern dropped one he perhaps should have taken. Recover well, inboard to Flanagan, back to Darren McGovern, out to Swallow along the boundary line on the far side. They've turned it over here, the Sharks, up and under, kick, is it a goal? Oh, you betcha! RDFL.org.au tomorrow to see the replay of that one at the 8-minute mark of the second term. That was a ripper.
Yeah, just an opportune goal from Cal Wilson. Gets the contest out there at half forward, ball spills out, and he just goes onto the right, goes bang for his second.
Of course, up on the offensive side of the ground, the wind helpful there in being able to score, and the defence has really got to be tight. If they're trying to defend over on the offensive side of the ground, they've got to really work hard to get it out of their territory.
Yeah, it's where you need to attack from, and that turnover there from Rupertswood costly. Wilson just needed to get it on the boot, and the wind did the rest.
Rucks will go up again. Clark wins it down there for the other Boroughs, and they push forward again. Diggers Rest up towards the attacking end. Sims traps it well. He's looking for a teammate coming through, and that's Stewie Clark inside the forward 50. Is this for 2 in a minute? Oh, it might be to the man who's taken the mark. Or was that
Wilson again?
He's going for the third goal of the game. And his third as well. He plays on, kicks a goal. Thank you very much. Diggers Rest fans are up and about. There you can hear them cheering through the microphone. It's 3-4-22. Rupo 1 behind. It's now 9 minutes gone. Second term Highlands FM football.
I like then Wilson used the old buddy trick. He waited for the umpire to come in and line the mark up, and basically used the umpire as a shield to play on and get the ball around the body and kick the goal.
Yes.
Is that AFL experience coming into play there, mate?
Oh, might have been, mate. Might have been, but it's a good. That's the old buddy trick, like I said. So you've seen players use it more and more these days. Utilise what can come to you.
Diggers Rest have got all the momentum at the moment as Corso tries to break the lines and shovels it out to Darren McGovern. Right foot kick up towards Smid, and they're at half forward.
It's presented well, Smid.
He's got a big thumping left foot kick. How does he use it here? It's a very ugly kick and landed into the lap of your boy there, Gavin Williams.
Yeah, he's just dominating now.
Kick out towards Paddy Jackson, over his head. Probably heard the call there from Stewie Clark behind him, who trapped it well and sends the ball up towards centre half forward Cole Laurie. He was in the target there, but Dougie, it wasn't forthcoming.
No, Stuart Clark had the right idea though. He turned inside, get it into the corridor, or the offensive side. Going to be hard to score from this pocket.
Strong mark there from Noel McGovern.
Good defence work, Chris. At the same time, cutting it off.
Yeah, well, as good as their defence has been here, Dougie, that's their offence that's lacking at the moment. It's Brady on the outer side, right foot kick up towards half forward to Brennan there, Gav.
Yeah, good lead up by Brennan then. A little bit more structured here, so hopefully we can see something as they go towards Jordan in the pocket.
Here we go.
And he takes a very nice strong mark in that forward pocket. We'll go back and have another set shot on goal, but again there were the time before we seen Spearden lead up quite well out of half forward. That time then we seen Lee Brennan lead up out of half forward. That's what Rupo need to do. Their forward structure's been a mess. now on 2 occasions they've been able to hit up a lead-up player because their forward structure's been more balanced.
Yes, and as part of that, when you're...
Fantastic kick from Jordan. Squares it up. Sorry, Dougie.
No, you're fine.
We've got a mark here to Alec Goodson, who really marked unchecked about 20 metres out.
Yes, if you're wanting to score, you must keep it up on that offensive flank and then get it into the corridor if you must. But if you're wanting to defend, you're going to look for this side of the ground.
This is for the Sharks' first goal. Goodson about 30 metres out, almost directly in front. How's the kick? It's curling around. It goes out to the far side. It's a behind. Rupo 2 behinds. Trailing the Bows 3-4-22 by 20 points. 12 minutes gone. Second term Highlands FM football.
They really need a goal here, Rupertswood.
Yes.
They've got to just stem the flow. Diggers are up to 3 now and causing some trouble as Corso comes across. Doesn't quite get it. Sims lays a bump as Corso lays the tackle on Diggers' Rest opponent. They get a free kick and advantage. Brandon Kilty kicks the ball up to half forward. Wilson's causing all sorts of damage, but the ball rolls over in front of them and out of bounds for a throw in for this one. And Diggers' Rest in control of the game.
Quick around the grounds in the Bendigo Football Netball League. Gisborne 4-1-25. Lead Sandhurst 2-7-19. 5.5 gone second term. Over the QEO. Qualifying final action there as Harvey's wrapped up, shovels it out to Pat Jackson out towards Freeth. He's wrapped up, just squeezes a kick out there after good pressure there from Swallow. Up towards Hannon and half-forward. He spins around, clever. Does a right foot kick inside the forward 50. Who wants it? There's a number of players that are gunning for it at the moment. The Sharks are under enormous pressure. 25 to 30 out from goal. Umpire's letting this one go. I think that'll do. Thanks, Mouse. Very good job.
And around the pack there, Luke Smales, a dangerous forward, and a left footer coming in from this side of the pack, and he can turn in towards the corridor. A player to watch out on the forward line.
Rucks go up. Jackson tries to shake on a couple of tackles there, and he's GAWN there. Gav holding the ball.
Yeah, it was a right option by Jackson. He was probably, if he threw the ball on his boot, it would have gone on the full anyway. So take the tackle, take it to ground, and get numbers behind the ball and set up, which Diggers have done beautifully here.
Oh, the Sharks looking to clear the ball across half back. They've run themselves into trouble and out of bounds on the full. It's 20 points of margin, but guys, it almost feels like it's a bit more than that with the pressure that the Sharks are under.
Yeah, look, Diggers in complete control of the game, and again there they were able to set up because of the Paddy Jackson tackle, set up behind the ball, and a great kick inside come from Stuart Clark again, who's the one that's leading the way with that kick inside, yes. Dougie today, yes. And he finds Luke Smales on the lead.
Yes.
And how good is Smales there, Dougie, to this team at the Diggers?
He's a valuable asset to Diggers' Rest and blends in very well with his teammates, as quite a lot of the Diggers players does. But it's useful having him out on a left footer coming and turning in. Very, very, very useful.
Well, he's within close proximity now, and umpire Jason Mousley just telling Gaunt to step back a little bit on the mark. Smales, he's got to aim for that left stick.
It's kick with both feet.
It might miss the lot. It has. No, it just snuck in there, said umpire David Hilly, the president of the Riddell Umpires Association. So it's a minor score, 3-5-23. Diggers Rest to Rupo, 2 behinds with 14 gone. Second term Islands FM football. As the ball comes out towards that dangerous spot again. Just got a fingernail on that Podolzak. And we'll see a boundary throw in between Wigan and half forward. Diggers Rest attacking zone there, Dougie.
Yes, so Rupertswood have got to clear this ball around the boundary line and get it into the corridor as quickly as they can, but they haven't done it.
Dangerous times now as the ball goes up towards half forward. Evans, he traps it well, looking for a teammate coming through. Good work. No U-turns there, Mr. Evan, although he sent his man into trouble. Dave Morris on hands and knees. Great work in there, Evans. If they get a score here, it's because of his second and third efforts in that contest now as Heritage sends the ball out towards Laurie on the other side. Good crumb there by Sluggett to Mick Kilty. How's his left foot going? It's looking all right on the dribble out there towards is that Cal Wilson. He's got Laurie out there. He loves a left foot goal. He sends it to the top of the square. Podolzak marks.
Todd Pedalstock, well done. Good defence. He read the play well, Chris.
Certainly did. Gav, as Swallow looks to clear, mate.
It's been a bit quiet, Toddy Podolzak so far
today.
Yes, he has.
He'll
really look to get into the contest here as the kick comes down towards half forward and it's chopped off by Nathan Pinder, who will send Diggers back inside forward 50. Diggers again have been good at squaring the ball up from here, but it looks like Pinder will go down the line. Up towards Wilson and Breen. Big pack flies, ball comes down. Yendi, you'll have to take it on.
Jackson there, mate. Up to Heritage remarks.
Paddy Jackson rode the pack there, Gavin.
Boys.
Thanks, guys. We got plenty of kids here at the footy.
Good, that's good.
Yeah, we love the kids here. They're seeing some of the stars. And Heritage will have a shot at goal, so we can get the boys on the truck there with our mate Paulie. Get a good grandstand view. Of course, one of the staffer video guys at Red Onion is Heritage from point blank. Well, from tucked up in the pocket.
Yeah, yes,
and he's just missed.
He went to put it to the right area, just didn't connect properly there, and the wind died off and allowed it to go straight, but just didn't get enough on it.
Well, let's see how Rupertswood want to come out of the defence here.
22 points the margin at the moment, 3-6-24 to 2 behind. 17 gone. If Rupo were held goalless in the first half, I reckon that would send shivers down the spine of Riddell next week if Diggers Rest go to win this. As Brandon Kilty took the intercept pass, Jackson's the man to fly. He was nudged underneath it. That's okay, said the umpire. Ball 50 out from goal. Great work there from the Burrows. But Rupo looking to clear. The intensity is just like nothing we've ever seen on Rupo this year. It's remarkable. They have got nowhere to get out of here. Wouldn't be surprised if they turn it over.
Now here's Lee Brown. He's centre half forward. He's been asked to play up the ground. Let's see if he can get down the ground as well as finding his teammates.
I was looking for Jordan. Sport came there from Crow. It's taken there by Goodson. Keeps it inside the field of play. Good work down there at ground level there from the Sharks between wing and half forward in front of the Diggers of Rupo hierarchy, or Diggers Rest hierarchy. We'll see a ball up.
All relates to Gavin's point about structure and how Rupertswood organise themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, they just push numbers up to the half forward line, which is fine, but they've got to make sure they structure up forward of the ball, and they've just struggled to do that so far. Diggers Rest tackling pressure hasn't allowed it either. Their tackling is fierce today. Cole wins the hit out, but Rupo shark it, kick it inside forward 50. Tommy Gleeson leads in the race, gets a handball out to Fogarty. Fogarty swings the ball again now to Sluggett. Sluggett measures the kick, but it's cut off by Lee Brennan. Doesn't hold the mark. Kilty goes as the ball hits the deck against Morris. Bishop, sorry about that, and both of those two Bulldogs fight for the ball and will have a bounce.
Yes, Michael Kilty did well, double teaming against Brennan there.
Bucks go up. Crow just held off the contest there. Knocked the ground there by Flanagan. Taken there by the Burrows, and good high tackle. That'll go towards the Burrows in Pinder, who's a good bits parts player there for the Burrows. He'll come on for 5 minutes here and there and works really well across half back.
And there's young Joel Flanagan trying to impose himself on the ground back there.
Yeah. Oh, good hit. And that's a throw. Umpire Dasher, good friend of ours on Highlands FM. Free kick, we go to Pat Jackson. First time we saw him here on Highlands FM, he got the prestigious Hangrock Winery Player of the Day.
I'd love to see Diggers Rest push numbers. Lenny Clark's doing it now. Push numbers to the centre of the ground so we can get a square up kick. Otherwise the ball's going to stay in that pocket and it's very hard to score from there.
Oh, big fly there in the forward pocket. Ball hits the deck and heads out towards the boundary line. Mick Kilty just keeps it in momentarily. Probably a bit disappointed there from Sims. He knew exactly where that ball was going to go, straight to that pocket. Didn't give his teammates any chance because he saw the pack heading that way.
Yes.
It's 22 points of margin in favour of the Burrows here on Highlands FM as it comes off the knee of Sean Sims, and he's a little bit of treatment there, and a free kick will be given to the Sharks.
That's a good decision from Dash. I agree with that. It was absolutely high in a free kick.
Yeah, well, hopefully that sort of behaviour is not encouraged throughout the rest of the game here. A big contest here in front of us. Jess has got the camera going off, capturing all the bumps, biffs, balls and bruises.
So well done by Shane Bishop then. Attack the ball really, really hard.
Now let's see how Rupertswood can get it up into their offensive zone from here.
Just ticked on 20 minutes.
They just can't do it, can they?
It's Clark's dominance in the ruck. They're winning the clearances quite easily at the moment, Diggers Rest, as Rupo. Oh, great tackle by Paddy Jackson. Dispossesses Noel McGovern. Sims gets a handball forward. Cleaned up by Rupertswood though. McGovern cleans up. Kicks into the middle of the ground towards a leading Brennan.
Where are the Crummers, Gavin? Where are the Crummers?
This is what they needed. And Lenny Clark has just absolutely hunted down his opponent. Holding the ball. Fantastic tackle by the big man.
Yeah, right in front of us here on the commentary wing. It's 3-6-24 to 2 behind. Whistle off the ball, free kick, and I reckon
Tommy West's going to have a kick.
And the umpire, Jason Mousley.
Now, we've seen this last week. From that free kick was against Mick Kilty.
Yep.
Against Sunbury last week, we've seen him give away a cheap shot and get set off the ground towards the end of the first quarter, which gave Sunbury the catalyst to work their way back into the ground. Got to be real careful in those situations. Concentrate on winning the footy.
Now, play's going to stop here, just momentarily. And the umpires conversing. Now, this is what we want to see. This is exactly what we want to see. We want to see the umpires just get together, have a conversation. Don't worry, the players have just got to keep their way out of this. Of course, something's happened there while Dash is setting the contest, setting the play on the mark. And what Jason Mouse has said is, Mousley has said, is high contact made.
And we get the right result.
Yep. But this is important. This is what we want to see with our umpires, is having these little conference at every chance we get, as of course Mock said, Gav, to get the decisions right.
That's right. Tommy West comes out wide to Swallow.
So you can feel the crowd lifting.
A little bit going on around the ground. Plenty of bumping and shoving and pushing. A nice little kick there from Swallow. Hits up Shane Bishop on the lead. Bishop will turn. Bit of structure needed from Rupertswood. A poor kick there, but well done, Toddy Podolzak. Great spoil and recovery, wins the football. Johnny Ryan comes over the top, does well. Slug it out to Krull. Krull will run and drill a low kick towards Paddy Jackson, who leads the hit. Great contest. These sides are cracking in now, and we're starting to get a little bit of a lift in intensity.
How's that, Dougie?
Yes, Nashegan came in well. Quite a fair tackle, no problem.
Ball out towards the boundary line. Swallows taken out. Throws the ball. That's a free kick every day of the week. Swallow didn't like the treatment he received there from Harvey. And he threw the ball right back him, right in front of his commentary side as Harvey sends the ball long. Up towards half forward on the bounce there. Wilson couldn't quite trap it. Gathered there by Podolzak. Out to a teammate. Up towards centre wing commentary side. Big chance here. Goodson. He needs someone running past. Rupert giving him nothing. As Corso finally gets there for support. Back to Bishop. Up towards half forward as a 2-on-1. And Jordan will be the man in the one to try and inspire some life into this team, Gav. But it's not happening.
It's Jace Williams again, clears the ball out to Tommy Gleeson, who kicks a low worm burner out towards the half back line. Lee Brennan leads in the race, picks it up, tackled by Johnny Ryan. Great pressure from Ryan, although he held the tackle for too long, and it'll be a free kick to Lee Brennan. Right in the forward pocket, deep. It's a tough area.
Quick around the grounds in the AFL if we can. West Coast 130, Gold Coast 73. The Eagles have kicked 11 goals to 2 in the third term. Wow.
Yes, the Tigers have kept them out, haven't they?
That's right, so it's a game for nothing, but it goes to show how bad the Gold Coast have just fallen away.
Brennan just fixed his boot. He's going to go back and go short to Jordan on the lead, and it's a beautiful little pass. Better forward structure. Tough kick from this pocket for DJ on the siren, though. As we go into half-time, hold on, what have we got here? Jace Mousley's coming from a long way away.
This is what we want to see again, making sure the right decisions right, and conversing there with boundary umpire Cam Black, just to see whether the mark had taken place before or after the siren. So this is good. We want to see this with our umpires, especially at the business end of the year, and that is half time. So again, the right decision has been paid, and it is half time here at Ian Cowie Reserve, and Diggers Rest 3-6-24, lead this one by 2 points. The goal kickers, we've got Cal Wilson. He's kicked the only 3 goals of the game here. All the Diggers Rest, all the excitement. We'll be back with more of a bit of the half time discussion right after this, with both teams coming off the ground. Diggers Rest very happy with themselves. Don't know we've seen Rupo goals in a half in the time here in the RDFL. Back with more for this.
Hanging Rock Winery, the largest winery in the Massey Ranges, invite you to join their wine club. No membership or annual fees. There's reward points and bonus offers on future purchases and no minimum purchases. Members are eligible for exclusive email offers, the JSE special range, pre-release offers on flagship wines, and invitations to winemakers' luncheons. Come to www.hangingrock.com.au and check out the advantages of being a member. Hanging Rock Winery are station sponsors.
100.7 Highlands FM is proud to be in partnership with the Marks & Weston Sign Shop in Kyneton. For traditional sign writing, print scripting, incorporating shop fronts and windows, vehicle signage, banners and much more, you can contact Wayne and the team at Marks Weston Sign Shop on 5422 2279. That's Marks & Weston Sign Shop, Kyneton's